Think back to a highly sensory moment from your childhood, like standing in a vibrant, starlit garden. As you picture that scene, examine how you are internally visualizing it. How clearly are the details coming into focus? Most of us operate under the assumption that remembering the past is a visual experience, a literal movie projector rolling inside our heads. But that belief is a complete misconception. The internal cognitive architecture of our personal history varies significantly between individuals. Human imagination exists on a vast spectrum. On one end, there is overwhelming sensory playback. On the opposite end, a total absence of visual imagery. This paradox raises a profoundly difficult question. How can a person possess a flawless, detailed memory of an event without being able to actually see it? To understand how memory works, we have to strip away the pictures and examine the raw, underlying building blocks of human recall. Let's run a thought experiment. We are going to construct the exact same memory of that starlit garden using two radically different cognitive blueprints. First, we look at the extreme high end of the visual spectrum, a condition known as hyperphantasia. This is a neurological trait where a person experiences mental imagery that rivals actual physical sight. In this mind, memory is a generative process. It produces a blindingly vivid, maximalist flood of sensory echoes to recreate the past. Specific visual elements, like the complex spatial geometry of the branches, the ambient lighting, and the physical texture of bark, are instantaneously summoned. This process creates a deeply immersive, almost virtual reality-like experience for the individual. Because of this sensory flood, individuals with hyperphantasia possess a significantly richer visual memory of past events. However, there is a trade-off. This overwhelming influx of sensory data can sometimes prioritize subjective emotion over objective, chronological accuracy. For this cognitive architecture, autobiographical recall is the act of reliving an experience, conjuring the past as a vibrant reality. Now, let's strip away all those sensory details, colors, and visual echoes from our garden memory, leaving what appears to be a void. This is the architectural opposite of the visual spectrum, aphantasia. It is the inability to voluntarily create mental images, acting as a fully unplugged mental projector. This mind constructs its history by weaving together interconnected chronological details and specific facts. Factual recall allows the individual to perfectly map the spatial layout of an event and know exactly who is there, without generating a single image. This recall builds a hyper-organized mental encyclopedia, relying entirely on raw data points rather than sensory echoes. This factual architecture proves that a memory can be structurally flawless and detailed without ever requiring a visual reenactment. When we examine these two architectures side by side, we see both the sensory flood and the factual map constructing the exact same moment in time. Despite these radically different internal realities, the end result, the preservation of an individual's personal history, is equally valid for both minds. These two experiences show that autobiographical memory does not depend on the pictures we conjure. The essence of the past exists independently of the mental images. This cognitive divide affects our daily human interactions, as we often move through the world assuming others experience the past exactly as we do. Whether your mind paints history in vibrant strokes of relived experience or weaves a tapestry of known facts, your history remains real. Only the canvas changes.